welcome, everybody. This very cold Monday, Sunday, Wednesday. I don't even know what day.
This day.
Welcome this day. Good now, good morning, good everything. Leo nimetafuta psych, nimetafuta mpaka chini ya kitanda. Mpaka I ate an avocado. I have drunk Liftoff. For those who know, they know. I have drunk my Herbalife tea.
Elixir things, look for us.
Know. I have looked for that psych this morning. I have looked for it.
Did you find it?
I found it. This place always gives me energies.
Sure.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Oh my God. It is
Welcome
so
to
good to be
that
back
show
here,
this morning, talking all things business, money, finance.
Yes.
We're talking about multi-level marketing companies today. We're talking about warranties. We're talking about instant gratification generation.
Maguta.
We are talking about immigrants. Do they come here to take
our jobs?
Huh?
Alafu will go around tukilia serikali saidia.
Sindio?
Tunaona serikali
But
imesaidia
anyway,
wale.
before we start, let's just introduce ourselves.
Yes, please.
Good
Now, good morning. My name is Afrofab.
And my name is Naita Tieno.
Hey,
And we welcome you to this
that
episode
show.
of that show,
Mazi.
Bihashara edition.
Which episode is this, by the way?
Episode 8.
We're doing good.
These are the people who do their job, but they don't know the job
good.
is being done under the scenes.
I just needed them to know so that they know they have 7 more episodes to catch up.
I know,
so
right?
You could have like a binge.
I know. And welcome to our DJ Roy.
Yes.
AKA our producer.
Hey.
Yes, karibu sana.
Extraordinaire.
Guys,
Karibuni sana. This Wednesday.
For those who are in Kenya, we don't need to tell you. It's cold. For those who are in London, I don't need to tell you. I am jealous. Never thought I'd say that.
It's not fair.
Never thought I would say that in my life. I'm even jealous of Manchester right now. Oh my God, never thought I'd say that.
They have better weather than India. Somebody said that September lost the bet to July, so July took over. So that's why it's bloody cold.
July was like lockdown. Let me show you.
You wait.
And then the thing is, lockdown starts lifting, and then it gets cold.
The weather just decided, no.
The moment we're allowed to go to sleepovers.
You guys are not ready. I don't
anyway,
think.
let us dive straight into our first topic of the day.
Straight into it.
Which is multi-level marketing companies, which are often confused with pyramid schemes. I don't even like to say the two words in the same sentence, but many people think this. They're because the same thing. I think a lot of times people walk into them without doing their due diligence. You know, like I don't know. I think there are a few in Kenya. I won't mention names because obviously they're not paying us to endorse them. Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. So basically, I would like to say that the difference is a pyramid scheme is made to make money quickly for the people who set it up, and then they disappear.
So it's the guys at the top.
Not at the top.
Yeah.
It's the guys who set it up who make money and then disappear. It's a scam.
So you're busy getting those guys rich, and then once they've got it, bye.
Basically, what you've done is you've come in, you've given someone your money, and you said bye-bye.
My hard-earned money.
You know.
My hard-earned money.
Exactly.
You wake up at ungodly hours to go and...
Yeah. However, multi-level marketing companies work in terms of... I believe most of them work in terms of you introduce people into the business, they start growing a business under you, and the bigger an organization you grow, the more money you make. Eventually, if they grow their organization, they too will make money. You see what I mean? So it's different from someone coming in and telling you guys, hey, give me your money, give me your money. Let me go invest it in something. Yeah. You make X amount per week. Do you see what I mean?
There is nothing as get rich quick. It's
and
a lie.
Also, you
it's
can't get anything for nothing. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Multi-level marketing companies are different in that you're setting up a business. Yes?
Yeah.
The beauty of them is, most of them, is it's a very small amount of money to set up this business with the potential of making a lot of money long term. Like with any business, you can't set up a business today and expect to make money tomorrow. Okay. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, true. That's true, by the way.
Yeah, you know, most businesses fail within the first 2 years. But when people get involved with multi-level marketing companies, they think that it's easy. No business is easy. It's simple.
It's true. Because you're walking into something that's already set up. So you're checking in, according to how I'm understanding it.
Yeah.
You're checking in to, say, like an employer-ish?
It's not an employer.
Okay.
You're setting up your business. So basically how most of them work is, let's say you put in 5K. You put in 5,000 and you know that is your buy-in to the company. So either you're selling a product or a service with this company.
Okay.
Yes? Yeah. So your 5,000 allows you to use the systems that are already set up. However, you're asked to bring in more people into the organization. And obviously, so you build your organization under you. This is how most multi-level marketing companies work. Okay. So it's not just you building yourself, but it's building the people under you.
Others,
So if you build a team and you teach your team how to build a team, do you see what I mean? Exactly.
Okay.
You will get to a point where your team is now so good at building teams that initial 2, 3 years, 4 years of hard graft doesn't need to be done anymore.
Okay.
You see what I mean? Okay. But you still need to check into your organization.
All right.
You see what I mean? It's like with any organization. You can't just set up a business, go sit and expect returns.
Never, ever.
And that's what many people think it is. Many people think, I'll buy into this, I'll buy their products, I'll sell it to friends and family, and then forget about it. But what they don't realize is you're building an organization.
Yeah.
Just the same as if you were setting up any other business to build an organization. If you set up a business to build an organization, you think there's HR, there's accounting, there's all of that stuff.
Yes.
But when you walk into a multi-level marketing company, MLM, you walk into an organization that's already set up.
Yes.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
They have systems in place. You just need to learn the systems.
Okay.
You see? And the better a student you are, the better you will do.
So is it safe to say that when you're coming in, I've come in with my 5K, I'm investing that.
Yeah.
So at the level I'm in, because since I have to at least create, I have to continue this, like I have to get other people to also work under me. So it's like now I'm the CEO at my level. Is it safe to say that?
It's always safe to say that whatever business you set up, you are the CEO, you are the director, you are at the helm of driving that business.
So you drive it into a wall, all of us ram into the wall.
That's it. So it doesn't matter whether it's and this is why sometimes with multi-level marketing companies, you have to think about before you walk in, do I actually have interest in what I'm walking into?
Okay. Another thing that a lot of people don't ask themselves.
Exactly.
Because people see the money, they don't see, am I really interested in this? Do I think I'm going to enjoy this? How is it going to grow me? How
That's
am
it.
I going to...
I am personally involved in a multi-level marketing company, but it's something that sells supplements, something that helps people with their health, which is in line with everything that I do, which is at the core of who I am. Yeah. Do you see what I mean? I am interested in it. I am invested in it. I am bought into it 100%. Even if I stopped doing that business today, I would still take the products. Do you see?
So people need to do their research. Like just take time out, sit down and go through more about the
and not just the research. It's you have to ask yourself, do I believe in this product or service? Because if you don't believe in it, and if you don't use it, you have to become a product of your product or service. People need to look at you and think, dang, what you using?
What do you do?
Exactly.
What did you use?
You know.
And that's, you're like,
your skin is looking good. What are you using? You know, you've lost weight. What are you using? Oh, you've gained some weight. You've been looking to gain weight for years. What are you using? You see what I mean? Okay. People need to look at you, and so that's why.
Can you buy what you're selling?
That's it.
Yeah. Can you buy what you're
selling?
Are
you using what you're selling?
Are you using what you're selling? So like, are you giving us testimonies, or you're just cooking up stories like, oh, you see, and kumbe, I'm not even using the product. You know, but they're different from pyramid schemes. They're like uku and uku.
But you cannot call it a pyramid scheme, because a pyramid scheme is a scam. It's here today, gone tomorrow. Yeah. And also, when you want to get involved with a multi-level marketing company, what you have to start asking yourself when you're doing your due diligence is, can I afford to buy into it? How much is it? Am I going to have to borrow money? If you're having to borrow money to walk into it, most of the time, it's you have to then ask yourself more questions. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because most of them are quite affordable to buy in. However, you have to think, like with everything we talk about all the time, before you walk into it, what are the terms and conditions? You know what I mean? how is it to be, how simple is it to understand the steps, to understand the ladders that you have to climb. You see, like with any organization, if I was to set up a business today, I know that I'll have my 5,000. I'll buy my nyanyas vitungus. I set up a kibanda. How much is it going to cost me to set up the kibanda? You see what I mean? Whereas with these ones, everything is set up already. You just need to buy in. However, how many people do I have to introduce? How often do I have to introduce these people? You see what I mean? How much do they have to invest in the company? In how,
by the time it stands on its own.
There are some that you have to pay X amount per month.
Okay.
If I wasn't making money today, would I still be able to pay that X amount per month? Okay. You see what I mean? Because otherwise, what's going to what's going to happen is you're going to buy into this thing that you think is a good deal. However, 6 months down the line, you can't afford to fund it anymore. Because instead of growing a business, you're funding it out of your own money, hoping that very quickly it'll start giving you money.
Giving back.
You see what I mean? So those are the things that people need to ask themselves when working or joining
MLMs,
the multi-level marketing companies, MLMs. So also what you need to ask yourself is this an established company? How long has it been around? What else does it do? Things like that.
I was about to ask that because I was like, sometimes you'd be on the internet and you see things and there's these advertisements and you're like, oh, do you want to be part of this? Nini, nini. So you read, and there's a way advertisers know how to get your attention, and you're like, before you know it, you've subscribed, then you're like, wait, what did I just do? And you've roped yourself in. And before you know it, your details are there. Because when you're reading it, you're like, wow, this is nice, I want. And you think it's easy. And like you said, you're supposed to sit down and ask yourself these questions. I've gone in, I've filled my details, nini, I'm excited. Maybe I had like I can lose 5,000 somewhere. I've lipad, nini. And then kumbe I didn't read the fine print.
And another thing you need to ask yourself before you enter into any MLM is this sustainable in terms of, if I wasn't paying monthly, would I still be part of the organization?
All right.
Because that's the biggest thing you have to ask yourself. If today I didn't have an income, would this organization still sustain me? Without me having to pay in every month. You see, once I start building my organization, would teaching my people how to do this, at least when things are tough for me, be enough to sustain that business? Do you see what I mean? Without me having to pay in every month.
Every month.
Because if you think about it, if someone tells you, pay me 10K per month for a return of 2% on your investment at the end of 2 years, that's a stupid investment. Anyone can see that. You know what I mean?
You're not Shylock or got to
you know what I mean?
Your money.
Exactly. Before you put your money into anything, whether it's an MLM, whether it's your own business, you have to ask yourself, what is the possibility of me ever getting any returns from this? You see? And however much someone is selling you something, ask yourself, whatever they're selling me, if today I didn't make money, because for me, the organization I'm involved with, even if I never make money, like big money out of it, it's helped my life so much.
Supplements and whatnot.
Not just in terms of health, but the business side of it. Making me think differently, making me think how differently to sell my product, making me think how differently to sell myself, to package myself as an individual. Do you see what I mean?
And then say like you say you're part of an MLM. Say you had if you had another job, like a main job, and then you decide to come into an MLM as a side gig, maybe. Do you think it's able to? Can it work?
I think the biggest thing you have to think about is will it allow me the time? Because a lot of MLMs, once you build your business, what it allows you to do is that freedom of time. And we're all looking for that freedom of time. The freedom to be able to do what you want when you want. You see, it doesn't mean that you don't work hard anymore. It just means that you do what you want when you want. And you can work from wherever you are. Do you see what I mean? The company I'm involved in, I started working with them when I was in the UK. I'm still working with them here. You see what I mean? Which means I can go to Uganda tomorrow and I can still run my business.
You'll still be working. you'll still be running your business.
Exactly. Okay. You see, because I have my online shop that sells, whether I'm in the UK or wherever, it sells and distributes for me. Okay. And this is the beauty of being involved with an MLM, because they have distribution channels, they have all these things. Yeah. You see. Yeah. However, you need to think, what is the cost of it to me? As you asked, I have a job. Yes, yeah. I have a job. Yes. I have other businesses, but I still run this business. But whatever you do in life, you have to remember, if you treat it like a hobby, it will pay you like a hobby. Truth. So the more you invest in it, the more you get out. You see. Yeah. So am I joining this MLM thinking it's a get-rich-quick scheme? There's nothing like that. And anything like that is usually a scam.
It's going to crash very hard.
So if you have a job, you have to think to yourself, I have a job and I want to run a business. Yes. Because when you look at an MLM, you have to think about it as it's a business. Yeah. It's my business.
You're the CEO. Exactly. And if you're not there to raise it, that child is not.
Well, with most of them, once you build it, it's more or less runs itself. You just need to keep an eye on it. Okay. You see, but it takes that initial year or two to really build it, to really invest in it, to really, you know what I mean? And like with any business, you have to think about how much time, as you said, can I invest in this? How much time is needed? Is 2 hours a week enough? Is 16 hours a week what is needed? But if you work for 2 hours a week in this business, it's going to pay you for 2 hours a week.
For 2 hours,
You know, but the more hours you invest in anything,
the more you invest in it, the more you get.
It's like your health. If you invest in exercise today and you go to the gym every day, obviously it depends on what you go to the gym to do. If you go to the gym to chat to people at the water cooler, nothing is going to change.
I've been going to the gym for 6 months.
You know what I mean?
Cheers.
But if you go to the gym and really work on it, you will see change. Yes. People will see change in you. And it's the same with multi-level marketing companies. You have to ask yourself, how much time can I actually afford this? Okay. And if I can't give it more than the time that I think I can give it, will I still be able to afford it?
Yeah. Amaitakuwa mzigo.
Do you see?
Where?
Maswali ni mengi.
So people, do not shy away from them.
Yeah.
Just take your time. Do your research. Ask yourself. Do your research about the company and ask yourself as well these questions, because you'll find that this has come to a lot of people's desks, but they don't know what to do with it because they're thinking the pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
You've had the difference. I've had the difference. So just sit down, take your time. Soma. Kwanza sahi tuko na time mingi uko kwa internet. Divert kidogo toka kwa inaitwaje kwa TikTok wingi huko, at least uangalie, unajua.
That's it.
So I think that's good insight. Like,
hey,
on a Wednesday.
On a very cold Wednesday.
Tuko hapa tunasitu vitu moto yake.
Guys, before we go on to musical interlude, can I please say hello? All the way from
Somalia,
London,
Aish.
Rosemary Okocha, my sister from another mother.
Hello.
Herbal Life Things.
Hello.
I'm not name dropping.
Let me
product placement.
Let me just put this barrel over here.
Faith Onuko, thank you so much for joining us. Chicks Haven, thank you so much with all the sweet cakes I have seen you guys making.
Oh my God.
And today, Mr. Lamek Owino Onguru, Karibu Sana, thank you for joining us. And we hope that you are getting some insight. And if you feel like what we are saying is touching you somewhere or can help someone somewhere, please share, tag them. We talk about business here every Wednesday morning. We talk about relationships every Monday morning. And on Friday,
it goes down. We vent a lot.
We vent about everything that you guys talk to us about every week.
Monday, Wednesday,
anything that we see out there that is
out of place. Out of place, it needs to be addressed.
We talk about it on Fridays. But anyway, thank you so much to those who have joined us so far.
Oh, you guys are a blessing.
And let's listen to some music. Yes. And when we come back, we have some hot topics. Stay tuned.
My Gouda.
Back to this Bihashara edition of That Show with herself,
Afrofa,
and me, myself, Naita Tieno. We've been talking all things MLMs just before the break. And now,
before you throw your money,
yes, Afropub, salimia watu nani?
Hey, Kimberly Macy, hi, Dottie Ogutu, hi, Frankie Collion,
yes.
Hi, Amoso Uni, hi.
Na Gloria nazidi kuiva, pia wewe tumekusalimia.
Yani Gloria unazidi kuiva, tunakungojea tu. We know you're somewhere, yeah. Aki karibuni sana guys, your presence here is amazing. You have no idea. Without you,
there will be no us.
Yes. Tungekuwa tu hapa tunaendelea tu kwa mazoezi by the way.
Sindio? Guys, we've been talking MLMs. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments. If you want any more insight into what we've been talking about, if you missed that segment, please listen back to the show.
Yes.
Share, tag people.
Invite your people, friends, listen.
And
if you've been thinking of starting a business.
Exactly.
And you've been thinking.
Yeah, it's a very easy, it's not an easy way. It's a simple way of starting a business. Yeah. Nothing in this world is easy. I don't like using that word easy. Everything is simple, but not easy.
Not easy.
You know what I mean?
Easy is a scam.
Exactly, because easy implies that there's no hard work. Easy implies that you can get something for nothing, which
even eating requires work.
Exactly. You need to chew, to masticate.
Yeah. Hey, mothers, you engage your jaws.
This next topic can be a makasiriko topic, can also be a serious topic. Today, I am going to talk about it in a more serious way. Yeah. But on Friday, I am going to attack this topic in a makasiriko way. Because this topic, man, I tell you what, I think anything that involves warranties, especially in this Kenya, is a scam.
It's a scam.
Most warranties are not worth the ink they are written with. It's not worth that stamp that is on that piece of paper. It's not even worth that signature that they put on it. You know, they tell you you've got, buy this thing, you've got a year's warranty.
24 months warranty.
I promise you, you're better off buying a more expensive thing that is going to last you longer, even without a warranty. Because even with these warranties that they give you, like you go somewhere, like I read my warranty for my oven the other day. Yeah. My oven broke down. I read the warranty. Yeah. I'm like,
they owe you 24 months.
I call them. Yeah. The phone is not being answered. I'm like, if I start going to these people and then I find some person sitting there behind the desk and telling me the manager is not here today, the amount of time that I will waste trying to follow up this thing. Yes? Yeah. I'm just going to ask Afrofab here to share her story about her car battery before I talk more about warranties. So that
just know it's just 3 weeks.
An example.
Let's just start from there. It's 3 weeks since we've been following this thing up.
Yeah.
3 weeks. Hey, I've even gone to a dark place. You can imagine. We bought the battery in January.
Yeah.
Given a warranty, 24 months. You're like, good. And then, of course, you know, when you're buying something, you don't expect it to break down before it's time.
Yeah.
So you're there being hopeful. You're like, everything is okay.
No, but even if it does, you know that I've got a warranty.
Yeah,
so at least
I can go back
like
and
insurance.
get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're like, okay, cheers. And of course, trust me, people. Okay, I kept mine, but now I'm questioning, was it worth it? Really? Yeah. Because I took the battery back. I gave it back to the guy. Because before I even took it back, I told him, this thing is faulty. Then it was fine. Bring it back. We'll exchange it.
Yeah.
3 weeks later, I'm still waiting.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting.
And
so I think it's a scam.
The guy tells you, do you want me to take you to the company?
I connect you to the guys. Let me call them and then you can talk to them. No,
I'm like, no, that's
I bought it from you. That's why I bought it to you.
You're their supplier. You're the distributor. I should be coming to you and you to them, and therefore I should literally come in here with my battery and my warranty,
this
and
thing
you
is
should
not
swap
working.
the battery, and you follow
it up
with them.
With the
exactly.
With the guys
but the thing is, it seems like, and especially here in Kenya, and this is a very disappointing thing.
I think it's a marketing gimmick.
For me, what I've decided now is, if I buy something, I start saving up for the next one. Or I start saving up for repairs. I start putting money aside. And this is not just from a personal point of view. Imagine in a business like ours, we need printers. Yes? So you buy a printer for X amount. Yes. You know that if my printer breaks down, I have a warranty for a year, 2 years. Yes. Yeah? Or obviously with business, you can depreciate your assets. And at some point, that asset will be worth nothing. So even if it was within 5 years or within 2 years, you know that there's nothing, even if you had that warranty, there's nothing that you're going to, whatever.
Yeah.
You don't need to think about having to gain from it. However, you need to start saving up for the next one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just to be safe and to have your peace of mind. Because you can imagine already being treated like so. You take your oven and you're being told, oh, manager, this guy is not here, come back tomorrow, come back in the afternoon, come back next week. Before you know it, it's a couple of months.
I know.
And
this
can't
is
spend all that time.
Exactly. And this is if you think about it, and I'm going about, I know I started with personal examples, but imagine your business depended on a certain thing, a photocopier, a computer, something, you know.
That car that makes the delivery
exactly,
and it can't start.
That's it. So I think what I've realized now, having been in Kenya for a few months, is if you buy something, take it for granted that your warranty is useless.
It's useless. Start saving up for the next one ASAP. Exactly.
So even if it's not useless, you know that chasing this thing up might frustrate you so much that you end up buying
the phone
next
calls,
one.
the time that you keep following this guy around, asking him for things. And
exactly. So when you buy things and they tell you that it has a warranty, think about the cost of it not being there. Think about the cost of it to your business. Can my business run without this one thing? You see? And if your business can't run without that one thing, take that money, put it in a savings account somewhere, not under the mattress. Let it work, you know.
Because,
you know,
actually, a mattress, man, that money is not going to.
My advice to people is, if you know that there are certain things that your business cannot do without, have that amount of money somewhere, or have something that you can liquidate quickly for that amount of money. You know, if your business depends on something that is worth 50K or 100K that cannot be done without it. Think about what would be the cost of repairs. And if it's not just what would be the cost of repairs, think about if it broke down, can it be repaired?
Can it be repaired,
You see, if it cannot be repaired, then think about the cost of replacement. And think about having that money somewhere. Always have your money earning, not under the mattress. I not under the mattress. Exactly. And how quickly can I access these funds? You know what I mean? How quickly can I get the business back on its feet? If you're running a restaurant, if you have one of those chicken machine things that zungushas kukupono, that word furaishas me. You know?
The chicken does what? So the suckers.
Pona. So think about how much would it be to replace this thing, because without it, my business can't run. You see, and if it's going to take me 2 weeks to chase these people, then you see,
so like whatever that money you put to the side, at least you know within a week you should be able to get this money back. So at least you sort yourself out.
Exactly.
Kama utauza ama utafanya nini.
Exactly. You know,
because it's a headache. It's just there, paperweight. It's just pissing your life off.
Yeah, it's like and it's very unfortunate that our trade laws and our laws generally are ignored. You know, people ignore laws all the time. Hakuna kitu utamfanyia. You know, you can do nothing. So we generally don't have justice. So you know there's nothing you can do to anyone. So if somebody says that they're going to do they're going to do a job and they don't do it, suing them generally is a waste of time and money. So you know that even this warranty, you get me? If you have a warranty that is not what the paper it's written on, then just start saving up. Have some money aside for the things in your business that your business cannot do without. You know, so that you're not left there when things go wrong.
Have an open mind by there, like seriously, because you can imagine when you're going to shop for your business, you're convinced this is it. When you think about it, like this thing can break down, this thing will need repairs, maybe the warranty is not going to be worth it. At least now you're ready.
Exactly.
So you won't even waste time in between there, because you're like, okay, fine, it's broken down now. What do I do from now? And if it's okay if you decide to rely on the warranty, it's your own, it's your business now. But then again, business guys out there, if you're giving a warranty, please honor your word.
That's true.
Honor your word.
Or just don't give it at all.
Yeah,
I think warranties in Kenya are a sales gimmick.
It's a sales gimmick. I think it's a marketing thing. You're like, 36-month warranty.
Yeah, mate.
It's a lie.
Forget about it.
It's a lie. You fix a home, you plug it to the wall, you switch it on.
When you buy something in Kenya, do it like a good deed.
You've donated your money somewhere and you got screwed.
Just use the thing. If it breaks down, Rosafi, buy another one. Of course, try and chase the warranty, but in most cases, the way I've seen it,
it's not working. There's one that I got sorted.
Yeah,
but it took a week. Fine.
A week on.
Imagine, but that was long because it was my fridge.
Yeah,
I called.
It's a fridge. It's not the end of the world.
When you're used to your Africanese ways, you fill it to the brim, and nobody got time to go to the market every day. Yeah. So I called these guys. Yo, my fridge is faulty. Oh, it wasn't cooling.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so we'll come for it tomorrow. Nothing. Yo, you didn't come for the fridge. What happened? Okay, fine. They came for it the next day.
Yeah.
It took another 3 days there just to fix it. Apparently, it's something that can be fixed like 20 minutes, and then they bring it back. So they came, picked it, took it to the shop. Oh yeah, and for them to actually come, I had to go to the shop and told them, that thing, I can't pay for transport to get it here. So are you coming to fix it, or you coming to pick it up?
Yeah.
So eventually, within a week, it was sorted. It was brought back.
Yeah.
I was like.
And also, when you have warranties, think about who is going to bear the cost of the transportation.
Yes.
Because in my warranty, my warranty for my oven, it was very clear that I would bear the cost of transportation as the client. Had I known that when I bought it, had I read it, guys, read the small print, especially with appliances. And I say this especially for businesses. Think about, can I transport it? What would it cost me to take it? If that was the case in my warranty. I did not know until it actually affected me that I would have to bear the cost of it. Now, I thought, if I pay 1,500 for it to go, but it cost me 2,000 to buy the part and 1,000 for the fundi to fix it, so basically, I would pay for the transport to go and come back, maybe, and then I would have to chase them, make calls. That is a waste of time. Yeah. All of that. By the time I get this thing fixed, I've probably lost 10K. Yeah. You see. So I thought, just fix it. So think about with everything, and we were talking about this with multi-level marketing companies before we started today. Yeah. Think about the cost of it to you should something go wrong.
Yeah, it's true.
You know. Also with the multi-level marketing companies, something I forgot to mention. Think about, can my children inherit this?
Yes. We are big on teach your children.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
If I die today and I've built this business to a certain level, is it inheritable? And not even just by my children, by my family. Because if you think about it, if you build a multi-level marketing organization under you that say earns you 200,000 Kenyan shillings per month or per year even, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
So if you die
Those
today,
guys are educated, bills are
where
paid,
does that
and
money go?
Yeah.
So if you think about it, you need to join an organization that pays you even after you die. An organization that pays you a certain amount even after you die. Because think about it like a retirement plan or like an inheritance plan. Yeah. You see, will this organization still pay my people when I'm not here?
People ask these questions.
So if you want even more questions to ask before you join a multi-level marketing company, please send it on our page,
on the DM,
Galactic page, or DM me at Night Atieno, and just don't DM me. Hi. You know what I mean? Anyway, moving on swiftly.
Hey.
Let us talk, and this is a subject that goes very hand in hand with joining these multi-level company organizations. Somebody comes and tells you, join this organization, introduce 3 people, and you can make 10K per week. After just a few months.
Do you remember? Families were broken. Houses were sold. People were homeless. What's a story, Nani? There's nothing.
We live in an age of instant gratification. We live in an age where if I want to
microwave life.
Exactly. If I want to go to town now, I don't need to wait for a bus or a matatu.
Hail a cab.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
it's like
they're affordable.
I just
an app. It's an app away.
Caroline Kenyana, habari yako. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. You know, we live in an age where if I want fast food, it's here. If I want my vegetables delivered, they're here. If I want my supermarket shopping done, it's here.
Brought to
Do not take the same approach with business. It does not work.
Stroke,
do not take the same approach with investments. They do not work. Yeah. Do you see what I mean? I was reading online. I went to doing research for today's show, and I was reading a lot of people saying how they've been conned, how they've invested in the wrong, they've gone with the wrong investment partners when investing in the when trading and things like this. If you want to understand something, study it. If you're not going to take time to learn something, you have no business, zero business joining it, investing in it. Do you see? Yeah. You cannot just take your money and give it to someone because they've given you a promise of 10%
and they sold you a nice story.
Exactly.
Don't buy the story.
When you think about investing, you have to think about, number one, in my country, wherever you are right now, what is generally the interest rate on savings, interest rates generally on other investments, interest rates on government bonds, interest rates on certain things. Yeah. You see what I mean? Yeah. Look at generally.
That's a lot of research that people don't do.
People don't want to do anything. People want to be lazy. People want to go into a
like
place
you said,
and get money now.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
See it, yeah,
people want to say, someone comes to you and tells you, give me 100,000 and after 3 weeks, we'll start paying you 10K per week for the next year with you doing nothing.
You have just made somebody else 100,000 shillings richer, and you're gonna be there. You're gonna be crying.
It's
a lie.
Exactly.
It's a scam.
We live in an age now where we want things.
Stop being lazy
like this, without having to put in any work. You see, whatever it is you want, you've got to put in the work.
The beauty of putting in the work, you learn as you go. There's a lot of things, there's a lot of loopholes. There's a lot of things you're going to find out. You'll find out, you need an accountant.
Yeah.
Okay, ABCD.
Yeah.
You need, like everyone, you can delegate, what do you call it, duties.
Yeah.
As soon as, at least when you feel like the business has its feet on the ground. Now you can delegate. Now you know, I can add more people. I can reduce these people. I can merge departments and whatnot. I'm not sure. Like in this thing that you just want to check in and everything is ready-made.
Yeah. People are being conned in this Kenya.
Day and night.
People are being told that there is land somewhere where land is generally worth maybe 500,000 for 40K.
You're being there.
Where land is worth 500,000, you've got land for 80K. The same parcel of land. I'm like, mate.
How now?
In which world?
How now?
You know what I mean?
How now?
Let us do our homework. Let us not just wait until we are conned because we wanted instant gratification, because we wanted something now, because we didn't want to work hard to put in the work
you
to
have
do
that
our
money
due diligence.
now.
You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah? If you have your money, it said a fool and their money is soon parted. You see?
A fool and their money?
Well, a fool and his money, the saying goes, but I'm going to say there, instead of saying he and she.
Yeah, it could be Antiwaharia Amashals.
Exactly.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
If you have money, but you have no sense, that money will very quickly go to somebody who has no sense, who has sense, but no money.
Exactly.
You know?
And
if
then
I come to you and say to you, give me 10K, I go and invest it for you. I'll bring you back 20K. That's 100% return. That's 100% return.
That's a good story.
And 10K is not a lot of money. But if I say the same thing to 20 of my friends,
and they all agree at the end of that day you have 200 G's.
That's it.
Yeah.
And walk away. And I'm not scared. I'm not saying personally, because I'm very scared of scamming people. But I'm not saying personally. But I'm saying if I say the same, and this is what people are. This is what's being done out there. People are being told leta hii pesa, tutakupatia kitu ya haraka. Pata potea. Nakwambia pesa yako utapata ikipotea.
That you've said, like that's it's a gamble.
You will get your money and you will give it away. Just like that, you will wash your hands off that money. You know what I mean?
And then
I read yesterday so many people being scammed out here, and most of them were being scammed through trying to get money quickly. Nothing in this world comes quickly.
That's true.
Nothing in this world is easy. Most things are very simple. Setting up a business is simple. Running a business is not easy.
It's not easy.
You see?
It's not easy.
Yeah? Starting a business is easy. It's simple, but not easy.
It, man.
Getting a job is very simple. Very simple.
Keeping that
because people say pata kazi si rahisi, and it's true, it's not easy. But it's simple. It's as simple as find out where the job is.
Yeah, where are you looking? What are you looking for?
Have the right qualifications. Yeah. In Kenya, bribe the right person.
Who are we paying? Who are we buying? Who? Take my money. Take my money to give me a job so that I can give you more money.
But then you have to choose. Which process do I want to go through?
Exactly.
Yeah? Do I really want to go through this process of bribing somebody and maybe not even getting the job, constantly paying people to get jobs that you will never get, to get in situations that you will never be in, Anyway, enjoy your story. Sijui tukule rumba.
Sometimes I always look to that music like that.
In a music interlude. That is called a musical break. Caroline Kenyatta is saying, I am hearing music. I was following the discussion. Caroline Kenyatta, after Sisi, we have to drink water.
We went to sip our water. Okay.
We came, we saw.
Yeah.
Talking about that, we're talking about, our next topic is our entrepreneurs born or made.
What do you think?
No, what do you think? I know what I know. I am very certain about my answer on this one.
It's a bit of both. There are those who are born like it's on, and then there are those who learn on the job. Like for example, I know I learn on the job.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of both. Na kujijua ni muhimu. Kama unajua ni mtu wa biashara, read one night at 10 over here. We alitoka kwa oven na kihesabu akijua mazicho nikika hapa.
I came out selling my placenta
to the highest bidder.
I was like, can we sell? I was like, mother, can we sell this thing? You're not using it anymore.
Where? Yeah. So you can imagine you choboka and selling your placenta. Me on the other hand, I was like, I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna wait. Let's wait for the lead to chomoka, and then we need money. Oh, okay. What can we do to get money? Okay. So
talking about this topic of our entrepreneurs born or made.
Yes.
For me, I believe that a true entrepreneur is born. Some people just don't know it yet. You see, because we are socialized in a way that you need to
have a job. You need to be employed somewhere by somebody.
Be employed somewhere, have a good job, have a mortgage, have the 2.5 children, your car, those things. So I believe that even within employment, we have a lot of entrepreneurs. I have a very good friend in the UK. We're going to have it on the show next week, Wednesday. She's a successful businesswoman, but she also has a job. Do you see? So where do you place her? Obviously, this is somebody who has a passion for running business, but she has a job. We will find out next week why. You see? However,
that's what I was asking earlier about. Can you be employed and still work in the MLMs? So
exactly.
MLMs, your side hustle.
That's it. So
Next Wednesday,
you see?
We can find out
exactly
how she does it, because when it comes from the horse's mouth,
exactly,
you understand it better.
So when people ask, are entrepreneurs born or made? I believe that just like with muscles in the body, you're born with fast twitch fibers, slow twitch fibers. Like you can either run fast or you can run for long.
Okay, it's okay, people. Ulizeni tu. Najua mjelewa, just us.
Yeah. You can either run fast or you can run for long. So the people who can run really fast, like Usain Bolt, for example, he will run 100 meters in 9 point or even almost 9 flat. However, in the right conditions. However, you cannot put him next to Haile Gabriel Selassie or Eliud Kipchoge. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeye atafika 100 meters ama atafika 400 meters mbele ule mse, lakini the other guy will run for another 2 hours. You know? And it's the same. There are people out here who were born to be self-employed. Because like putting them in employment ni kuwatesa. You know? And those people, if you leave them in an employment situation, you need to create a situation that is similar to self-employment as possible if you want to keep them in your organization. Do you see what I mean? So they want autonomy, so they want to work on their own, they're self-starters, they can make decisions, they make good managers.
Yeah.
You see? So yes, you can be employed and not realize that you have those skills of being self-employed because you're employed in a capacity that allows you to feel like you're self-employed, to make decisions, to, you know what I mean? So, and those people are the ones who, especially in this time when there's corona and all of that, those are the same people who literally just come from employment, go straight into self-employment.
Life continued as if
they flew like there was no glitch in their lives. Exactly.
Okay, cool.
You know, they walked out with their final salary and they were like, or some of them, if they're lucky, they were given a severance pay. They walked out with it.
And they already had a plan for it, so they knew, this one.
That's it. People who are
plug and play, literally.
To be entrepreneurs, always there's something, there's a plan B. They might not be executing it right now, but there's always a plan B.
Somewhere.
You see, that's why I believe entrepreneurs are born and not made. Of course, there are those who are made out of necessity.
Necessity, yes.
Because they cannot get a job to save their lives, they will start a business. But those people will suffer. This business will not grow. This business will pay rent, pay for the necessities, but will never grow.
Never grow. Because you're doing it because you have to do it, not because you want to. Like, it's not coming from a passionate place.
Yeah. They don't have that, and it's the same. I mean, it's not the same.
Nafanya kwa sababu bills lazima zilipwe.
I'm going to walk into from this topic into they come here to take our jobs. You know, we hear about this a lot in the West.
Yeah.
You know, like for immigrants, like not just in the West, but there was a time in South Africa where xenophobia had reached uko, because Kamau from Kenya or Okello from Kenya or Neka from Nigeria has gone to SA
and is making a very
has opened a job like a shop,
and it has
or has created something that is making money.
Traffic.
But your ordinary South African hadn't looked into it.
The stock exchange.
Exactly.
You're wondering
how? The same. Like I've got a cousin who's doing really well in South Africa.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
But hers is online, so I don't fear so much for her. But there are people who are on the ground. But it's the same here, yeah. A lot of Indian people or people of Indian origin. We have a lot of Kenyans who are of Indian origin, yeah. And these people are good at business, yes. But do you know another thing that we don't realize with our Indian cousins, our Indian brothers and sisters generally?
Yeah.
If you look at their communities and the way they take care of each other, they're very tight-knit.
Evie.
You know,
like
their organizations are in the family.
Oh my God. Like, as soon as you can write and count,
they teach their
you're being brought to work.
Exactly. They teach their children the family business.
Yeah.
And even if their child doesn't get into the family business, their child will get into another business.
Yes.
And even if they get into employment, they will do really well because they already
have the base. Yeah, the foundation has been set, so you know they have ideas. They know To get this, I need to do A, B, C,
They
D,
see a gap and they exploit it, you know.
Yeah.
So this anti-immigrant rhetoric needs to be eliminated.
Look at how they're doing business and learn from it. Stop hating them. Stop beating them down because they're doing better than you.
And also look at what they're willing to do.
Yeah.
These people live in one house. Look at Somali people.
Yeah.
Not too long ago, in my lifetime, we had a lot of Somali refugees in my lifetime.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. So they came here because they had war in the country. They still have war.
Yeah.
It's a very volatile country. Yeah. Yes. They've come here. They've taken over a whole area of Nairobi.
You have no idea.
We're sitting
and they're
here
still spreading like wildfire by the way.
as Kenyans, telling ourselves how our Somali, our Sudanese, ona vile wamechukua hiyo area.
They've been studying.
If somebody can come into your country, whatever country, whether you're American, Kenyan, South African, if somebody who wasn't born in that country probably doesn't speak a word of your language, has no relatives, has no support network, has nothing, can walk into your country and make a success of themselves, and you're sitting on your behind saying how there are no jobs, saying how there's no opportunities. This person came into your country as a refugee.
Imagine,
or came as a student. Do you understand?
Yeah.
This person came into your country probably as an adult already made with no networks. And they've made a success of themselves. And they've what? They've come to take your job. They've come to take your opportunities. You were born here.
Yeah. Me, I only have one word for those people. You're lazy.
And even if you're not lazy, you're not exploiting your opportunities to the max. Do you understand? Look at this person, go there, talk to them, ask them, how are you doing this?
Exactly, yeah.
You know,
I've lived here for these years. You just checked in.
What happens with these communities? Look at the Somali community. Look at the Indian community. They live together. You'll find people live together. They come together as a family. Yeah. They unite. These 2 families, 3 families will live together in one home.
One home.
Until they can buy another home for the next family.
Exactly.
Until
and that other home,
they
by
can
the
buy
time they
a
get
home
it,
for another family. Yeah. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So they pool their money. Yes?
Yeah.
But no. Sisi,
because you can imagine, hizo 3 families, wako na nyumba yako, niko na yangu, jija yako na nyumba yake. Na sisi wote tunakuja.
So if we can get a house that you and your small family pay 10K, I pay 10K, DJ Roy pays 10K. Yeah. So we've got a house for 30K. Yes, we are cramped for a couple of years. But after that couple of years, I have my own home with my own mortgage. Do you see what I mean? Yes.
We all have those homes. Yeah. You can get comfortable then, because you can imagine then maybe you're going to be cramped up in like say 7 to 10 years. You know? But after that time, your business is going to be working for itself. Now it's going to be working for you. So now you can afford to. All those
I would
things
say
maybe
to
you're
people,
thinking
if
about.
you want to be comfortable, if you want time security, if you want time freedom, if you want financial security, you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Turn your house into a factory. Turn your house into a house of multiple occupancy for a while. Live with other people.
You don't
Save
need
your
a big
money.
house and there's only 2.
Live with other people while you build yourself and your business. You see, minimum na watu wanaishi kwa duka yao.
By the way,
mimi mwenyewe nililala kwa duka yangu before I could get a place. Because I thought to myself, I'm not going to go and pay 12K a night in a hotel. Or even 5K a night. When I can sleep in this shop comfortably.
Because you can imagine that's Monday to Monday again.
That's rent for a whole month that I've spent in 5 days.
35 G's.
To get ahead, you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Just the same way as when refugees come into your country, just the same way as when immigrants come into your country, they get uncomfortable with being uncomfortable. They get comfortable with being uncomfortable until they can build themselves. You know what I mean?
Wachana na starehe kwanza. Starehe itakuja.
Huyu msee anaitwa nani? There's this guy, he does a lot of videos.
What does he do?
Not Maina. What's his
Kibe.
name? Yes, I think that's his name. The other day, he was talking about how men in Kenya are suffering. How men in Kenya have loans, how people are unable to pay their mortgages out here, how people are being repossessed, how people are living in anxiety because their car is going to be... May, you're driving an SUV that you drove when your car was giving you 100K.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
You're still living in the same house with the same rent.
Ask yourself these questions.
That you had when you had a job.
Yeah.
Yes? You have savings that can take you, in living in this house, can take you 6 months. Yeah. But if you had downgraded, immediately your salary went down. Yeah. Those same savings would have taken you a year and a half.
At least
yes?
It would have given
when
you
things change for you in life, like they have with this corona, you know, this guy was saying, our fathers are leaving us nothing. When you're born,
why does your father have to
exactly
give you anything?
That's it.
He worked for his own.
Yeah, they don't want to leave jobs for us. They're still in the same jobs. Listen, we live in
a job for yourself.
That's it. We live in a world where our reality is most of us are not going to get what's it called? Are not going to get after work when you retire pension. Yeah. Are not going to get a pension. There will be no pensions for most of us.
Aye.
You see?
I think I've already made peace with that. So make hay now.
Exactly.
Make hay
and don't
now.
wait for someone to leave a job for you. You know, these people are getting old. They can't leave these jobs because there are no pensions to be had.
Exactly.
So if you know that this is our reality, isn't it time we started thinking about
something about
start doing something that will sustain you going forward without you having to go into someone's office to work?
True. And it's also supposed to be passed down to the next generation, because you can imagine this guy is here complaining, oh, our fathers are not leaving us anything.
Yes.
As us, we know there's no pension for us.
That's it.
Let's start teaching our children early.
Exactly.
It's
personal responsibility.
Yeah, money comes from this place. You need to do A, B, C, D to get money, and it's supposed to sustain you to this long.
Yeah.
So it depends. Yeah. What do you want? What kind of life do you want to? What do you want to achieve in your life?
That's it.
Lazima ukwe uncomfortable.
And the same men who are saying that, oh, we don't have jobs. Oh, our cars are being repossessed. Oh, this is happening. Okay, so number one. You have this car that you drive from your house in Greenfield to the shopping center in Donholm to come and drink
where you can walk
day with your friends. Exactly. The same guy who is saying, my friends are suffering and we are suffering, is sitting in a bloody big SUV, car. Yes, is probably living in a mansion somewhere. Do you get me?
So, which you probably moved into after getting a promotion, and
that's it.
Jobs are like,
you know what I mean? So, if you live in a, come on a place in a kuchukua 80K per month, yes, and you've been living in that place since January, since you lost your job, yes, come on get to January, when the place ya 20K, ama ya 30 ata
60, at least, yeah.
Unaona?
Yeah.
Number one, your outgoings have gone down, and if you were clever and ungekuwa naeka kidogo kidogo kando kidogo kidogo, hii mwaka haungefeel. Na kama ungeuza hiyo gari number one, udowngrade,
get something,
or put it into an organization that can pay you money every month. Yeah. Put that car into good use. Yeah. Rent that car out. You don't need to drive that car from here to Nairobi West to go drinking every day with your buddies, so you can sit there and lament about how hard life is in Kenya right now. So how this corona. There are people who are making millions during this corona. You're there drinking with your buddies, lamenting about how life is so hard in Kenya.
Sparkling.
Do you get me? Washing your car every day for 300 shillings and still coming here and telling us how you don't have money.
How your life is
Think
hard.
about how you're wasting money before you say you have no money. Think about how, kama ungesema, time ya corona vile ilifika, it's avocado season. You and your buddies, your drinking buddies, get together and say, guys, let's talk to Avocado Society of Kenya and think how, if we get 100,000 of avocados, you know, let me tell you something. We live in a consumerism world. Yeah. Yes? We live in a world where the West is consuming and wasting at a rate that the rest of the world cannot supply. And we're here saying we don't have jobs. Think about what they're consuming right now. It's avocado season. They consume avocados all year round, whether it's avocado season or not. Do you understand? Think about how you can ship it over there.
enda kwa shamba ya mtu.
Exactly.
Mjue vile mtazituma huko.
Hata hapa nje, you see so many people wako kwa barabara. Sindio? Watu wako kwa barabara. Enda kwa hizo mashamba. Jaza ile SUV yako yenye imeketi hapo inafanya nothing mkilewa na mabesti yako.
Mpaka kwa backseat.
Exactly. You know, come and sell them. Yeah. You see, there is opportunities in Kenya, so men especially. Wachani kuliapa venye mnakuja kuriposesiwa.
Biashara ina aibu na.
Mimi naona hapa hivi magari kila siku hapo hivi zimechukuliwa ati Julie enda kuchukua deni ya logbook. Umeuza gari yako 120,000 gari ya 1.2 million. Uko na ujinga gani
kwanza every week ukipita hapo unapata imeshuka.
You know what I mean?
Imeshuka.
Like where does it end?
Alafu wewe mwenye anaenda kununua hiyo gari anaenda tu hapa hivi kando anaenda kununua vitunguu na kuja ku.
Guys, do you know what? We talk about exactly. We talk about personal responsibility all the time. Let's stop blaming the previous generation. Let's stop blaming the government. Let's stop blaming the refugees. Let's start from within. Yeah. Let us look at why
we already know where the problem is.
Well,
yeah.
You know what I mean? When you point a finger like this, 4 are pointing back at you. So 80% of the responsibility of whatever is going on with you and your life is here, right here. You're looking at it in the mirror. You see? Yeah. Everyone wants change. If you walk into a room of 100 people and say, who wants change? Everyone will put their hands up. But when you walk into the same room and say, now who's willing to change? You'll see hands come down, maybe by 50%. And then tell them what they have to do for that change to be effected. And I promise you, you will be left, if you're lucky, 5%. With 2%. You might be left with 10% with their hands up, but only 2%, 1 to 2% are willing to put in that work to make the change happen. We are creatures of habit. And how you do one thing is how you do everything. Yep. If you can't discipline yourself in this time to save money, to tighten your belt, to say that, yes, things are hard, but I'm willing to bring myself down to putting things at the back of my car and selling it to feed my family. If you stop looking at what the government should be doing and look at what resources, let me tell you something. Most people in Kenya, and especially in this Nairobi, are educated to a certain level. Yeah. Most people in this Nairobi are living in some kind of shelter. They live in some kind of community. Look at what is needed in this community. Where is the gap in this community? What can I solve for this community? Yeah.
There's a lot to be done.
What can I do
need to sit there.
by myself? Exactly. What do I need for myself to be able to solve that problem? What kind of personal development do I need to go through? Guys.
And probably it's something that you see every day and it irritates you. That thing that makes you question, kwani kitu? That's already one thing. Because you notice it every time. You notice it every time and you're like, this thing is in the wrong place or this thing needs fixing. Yeah. Anza na hiyo.
Bas.
Anza na hiyo. Just start with that one thing. Before you know it, there'll be a troop behind you. Maybe you'll even be encouraged because you're like, this change is actually causing positivity. Yeah. So
if there's something you want to see in your life, if there's something you want to live in your life, if you want time freedom tomorrow, you have to give up your time today to achieve time freedom tomorrow. You have to work hard over the next 5 years. Hard. Bad. Like 20 hours a day, hard. To achieve
blood, sweat,
a 4 there's a book that is called A 4-Hour Working Week, not day. 4-hour working week. Yes? Yeah. Streamlining your life so that you work less, but it's paying for itself. But to get there, you have to read books. To get there, you have to... Guys, we live in an information age where information is cheap, education is cheap. It just depends on where you look for it. You see? Yeah? If you look in Kenya, I was reading the other day about people being conned by colleges that are not legitimate. But if you look and see online, there are universities, there are colleges, legitimate colleges that you can look into in the UK, in the US, in Australia. Things that you can really look into and see that it's there. And you can do online learning and have certificates that open the rest of the world to you. And it's cheap. You know. Tamara Wanjiko says, for most people, embracing change is too exhausting for them. Nani?
Exhausting too.
It's so true. Tamara, you are so right. Many people wake up in the morning and cannot be bothered to get up and get out and go do. But yet they want to achieve. You see what I mean? I woke up the other day. When was it? Yesterday. 1 a.m. to go to the fish market. Yeah? Got there, obviously. I am fortunate enough to have a car that I can sleep in and or stay in until 5 o'clock when they actually serve you. But if you don't get there, one of the first 5 people, you probably won't get the fish, and you have to go much further to get the fish. But when I tell most people that I woke up at 1 o'clock to go to the fish market, they look at me like, but you don't need to. You don't know my reality. Do you see what I mean?
When you walk in those shoes,
and not
you
just
know
you
different.
don't know my reality, you don't know my vision for my life.
Exactly.
Do you see? I want to retire at 50. I'm only 8 years shy of 50. You see? Think about what your dreams are and your goals, and then set them aside, write them down, and set about achieving them, blood, sweat, and tears.
Usijiweke vitu junani ameweka, weka vitu zako zenye unataka. And it's okay, you can retire later. She wants 50. Retire less kwenye unataka.
Exactly. By retiring, I'm not saying that I want to stop working at 50. I want to not have to work.
Yeah, that your businesses are working 50. For you finally.
I want my money to work for me by the time I'm 50. You know, I want to be able to be guaranteed a certain amount of income whether I get up or not. I want to be able to not worry about where my rent is going to come from, where my people are going to get their rent from.
I'm sure the guys who like instant gratification don't even understand what is she talking about.
You know, as Tamara says, people want change, but they don't want to do the hard work. You know,
you have to do
I want the knowledge, but I don't want to read the book. Yeah? I want to be able to exercise every morning before work, but I don't want to wake up before 5 o'clock. Mate, unless you exercise in your dreams and it takes effect in your reality, it's not happening.
You said that I remember yesterday my eyes brushed on something at the way these guys are trying to convince people that you can lose weight in your sleep. I was like, excuse you, what? And then there was an illustration. I'm like,
yes, you can lose weight in your sleep if you don't eat in your waking hours. Actually, very, very, very achievable.
Because one photo was this guy has a bulging stomach, and then the next one now he has abs. I'm like, wow, danganyeni to work. People, you need to work,
guys.
You need to get your hands dirty. You need to get down and dirty, and like it's going to be painful.
Yeah,
it's going to be painful. You have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yeah, but it's easier said than done. You know, we all say it. We all want it. We all wish it, but it takes discipline and it takes hard work, and it takes years and years of consistency. Years, not months, not days, not weeks. You cannot do well for 2 weeks, wake up on time, go for exercise, and then sleep for 3 weeks and expect there to be change.
You'll start from where you started.
Exactly. 2
weeks ago.
So guys, anyway, in conclusion, MLMs, do your due diligence.
Yes. Find your homework.
Warranties in Kenya.
You decide.
Buy your goods and forget about it.
You decide, Buzz.
These are my conclusions.
Buzz.
Instant gratification
does not exist.
Nothing comes easy, guys. Get working. Yeah. Guys, refugees, immigrants, imagine yourself.
They're not the enemy.
That's it. Imagine yourself right now in a situation where you can't be in your home anymore, and imagine yourself in a situation where you have to go and live in another community or in another country. And before we are mean to these people who are seemingly doing well despite us suffering in our own country, let us put ourselves in their shoes and think about why they're doing well in your community when you are not doing well in your own community. Think about how much they have to sacrifice for them to be in that situation where they're doing well and you're not?
Ask yourself these questions, man.
Be kind.
Most definite. Always, everything.
And on personal development, you have to be very, very, very focused, and you have to be willing to sacrifice, and you have to be willing, read that book, listen to that ebook, whatever it is that wakes you up in the morning to go and do what it is you need to do to get to the next level, you have to be willing to do it.
True.
It doesn't just happen.
Plug yourself in. Plug, like, yo.
When you hear your story, Afrofab, what are your conclusions?
Time is money. Time is money. Teach your children wasitegemee pension. Hiyo pension is a scam. Mimi yenyewe hata singoje pension, natengeneza hiyo pension saa hii. Ndio ikifika huko mbele itakuwa inanilipa tu pole pole. Hakuna story na pension. So stop blaming your parents. Your parents worked for their own stuff. You work for your own stuff. Teach your children how to work for their own stuff. So
if you want it, you gotta work for it.
You gotta work for it. Hata chakula, uwezi upewa waru hapa ukule ikiwa mbichi. Lazima utaiosha, utaimenya, kama unataka, utakata, uipike.
That's it.
Ukule. So there's nothing like ready-made. Everything comes from somewhere. Kwanza diamond nani? Kwanza diamond.
I am going to go back today before we finish, before we head out to face the rest of the week. I'm going to say thank you to everyone who's joined us today. I'm going to mention some names that are on my watch party. Rosemary Okocha, all the way from London. Our Lightings, Faith Onuko, Shixhaven, Makeki hapo kwenye very nice day. Check it out on Facebook. I have plugged you. You have to pay me.
We like cake.
Lame Oweno, Nguru, thank you so much for joining us today. Caroline Kenyana, as always, my sister, thank you for joining us. Thank you for sharing. And Vera Ashley. I met Vera Ashley when our boys were both very young, few weeks old. We were in a mommy group together. She lives in London. And we've lost touch a little bit over the years, but I'm glad that she's here joining us and supporting us. Samantha Oliver is my rugby captain. Again, Uko, Mayulas. Welcome, Sam. And thank you everyone else who has joined us on the Galactic. Thank you, Tamara and Jiko, for your always, just putting in those words and joining in the conversation. And guys, thank you.
Hapa ndani niko na wari kada wakada. There's one Simon Bevy. We thank you so much for tuning in. There's Bonnie Mark. There's Barry. There's a group we had from school SPS. They tuned in. The Jabir. Hey, we call him Mwalimu. Mwalimu has checked in. Mwalimu niweke Max, please. Niweke Max mingi. Siku shout leo. Yeah. And there's Angie, Clarice, Freeman, and Ali. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you got something out of it.
Yes.
And Tamara Wanjiko, before we go, says, anyone talking about their dreams and goals, alafu waongeze but, and they add but, then continues to relax, needs 24 slaps each day.
Each for every hour.
Yes, Tamara, I am with you.
Each for every
hour. In solidarity, my sister. In solidarity. Guys, thank you so much for joining us on this Wednesday edition of that show. Bihashara Wednesday. And hopefully you got something out of it. Please share.
Share. Invite your friends.
People
share
on
this
watch parties.
With somebody. Probably there's somebody who's suffering the Bihashara.
That's it. We talk about business, money, and finance here every Wednesday. Soon we are going to have other shows coming about business and stuff like that. We are here again on Friday. Stay tuned and keep an eye out generally on Galactic Productions. And invite people to join, because we will have music coming in, we will have DJs coming in, there's a lot coming. It's coming, and we're excited. Friday, Makasiriko.
It's going to be
join us, 9 o'clock, Mondays, Wednesdays,
and Fridays. East African
time, aka each.
Be kind to one another.